a factory studio symbol, and we are going to create something called pipelines. Here it is. This is a symbol, representation for pipelines. Let's understand how to create these pipelines. Let me show you a small sample how the pipeline looks like. Okay, something like this. In the interface I was showing you just now, okay, this is the interface, ETL activities, and we are going to have pipelines like this to get some idea. So there you see something called source, one or more sources, joins, aggregations, sync. So my kind request, revise joins and aggregations also from SQL. We have various join types, right? Isn't it? Inner join, outer join, cross join. Please revise them. And what are the different join options we have? Join types are inner, outer, okay. What are the different join options? Come on, please. Join options.
Merge join, merge hash,
Merge, hash, and loop. Please, it's not too late. It's not too late. You have the curriculum on the website, basics. Please go through them carefully for best understanding. Every line in module 1 is going to decide our understanding and control of our pipelines and other concepts in data engineering. We need it. Let's continue. So during the weekend, please get those things carefully. So how to create the data factory? Simple and straight. Friends, you remember earlier class, how to create Azure SQL pool or Azure SQL server. Same way, create resource. This one, create resource, and something called data factory. Okay, here it is. Click on data factory. Click create. It's all about data extraction, transformation, loading activities. Both transform and load, or load and transform. You'll see both. Load it and transform, or transform and load. But extraction first. Give resource group. You have one ADF resource group. Any resource group of your choice. And give some name. And there are two versions of data factory, V1, V2. V1 will be deprecated soon. Go by V2. We will understand a tool for migration activities, V1 to V2. There is a separate migration process for it. And here is a tool. For now, recommended V2. Next. So what we did so far, just resource group name and version. Then simply review plus create. Now you create a pipeline that should be editable by your colleague, or your colleague do some modifications we should be able to see. So multiple team members may need to work on a single pipeline. Version control, teamwork. There comes DevOps. Azure DevOps, if you have Azure DevOps account, you can use it. If you are using other DevOps like AWS DevOps or something else, you can use GitHub. For now, configure Git later. Just later, click review plus create. So Git is a centralized repository, just like a Google Drive kind of thing, and multiple people working on a same Excel sheet, something like that. For now, configure later. Then what happens? Whatever pipelines we are going to create from the next class, they will be stored within the data factory itself. Yes, data factory itself has something called ADF store. Okay, something called ADF store. Let's wait. So this data factory gets created now. Let's wait for a few moments. Once your data factory is created, remember there is something called ADF Studio, right? Here we are back to our diagram. We are right now in red color box, the dark red box. ADF can be operated using something called ADF Studio. So go to that resource home page, overview page, you see ADF Studio, this one. Click. Other means to design the pipelines and monitor the pipelines. There is something else called data flow. Data flow is for transformations, remember. So what we did? We just created the data factory and open. Just open. First time, this data factory studio would take about somewhere between 1 to 3 minutes. Okay. This is the starting point for our next class. We'll understand how to work with pipeline creations, optimizations, monitoring activities one by one. We'll practice these items carefully first. So to make it clear, we got the account, SSMS tool operations. Now comes something called ADF resource and studio. The studio looks like this. And here we are going to create new pipelines, this one. Data flow ETL, Power Query ELT, extract, load and transform. We'll do it carefully. We'll stop here with this small interface. I'll mail you one